focus. What is focus exactly? People speak about focus a lot. You've got to be focused, man. But what is it really? Focus is how refined your consciousness is. It's how one-pointed your attention is. But what's the true reason why your higher wisdom wants you to be focused? Because we know it's going to be deeper than some surface level thing. Because people talk about focus all the time, don't they, man? They talk about being focused in a very sort of materialistic way to help you, develop yourself materially. But focus is spiritual. Focus is deeply, deeply spiritual, okay? So the reason that your higher self or God wants you to be focused is because when you focus, you channel God. God is your direct experience. It's your direct consciousness. When you allow yourself to be focused, God comes through you, right? Anytime you ever have breakthroughs, spiritual breakthroughs, shifts in your consciousness, insights, realizations, epiphanies, it's because your consciousness is able to focus. And when it's focused, what it can do is it can penetrate, and this is deep, it can penetrate into itself. All that's available here is consciousness. Your attention is consciousness, and when you place your attention on what is, which is reality and consciousness, consciousness becomes aware of itself. This is awakening. This is enlightenment. So the real reason why your higher wisdom wants you to be focused is enlightenment. It really, really helps. In fact, you can't really do it without it. If you try and have insights, or if you try and have awakenings without good focus, man, your mind is all over the place. In fact, most people, their minds can easily be scattered because they've got, survival going on, man. That's what happens when you're trying to survive in the world. Just as a normal human being, your mind is scattered and it goes places, right? Enlightenment and spiritual work, it's very counter to the norm in that you literally sit down and very deliberately focus your attention on attention itself or consciousness. You focus your attention on God. Also notice that when you are focused, you're also way more present. Isn't that weird? Focus and presence, they're almost interchangeable. When you're really focused, you're present, you're here. Right? And when you're really present, well, your focus is there too, right? So again, this is the really good thing to realize, that you are conscious. You have consciousness, you are consciousness ultimately. That's the ultimate thing. And understand that this focus and this presence, of course they're the same thing, because they are two different ways of saying you are conscious. Now, huge random question, what is the meaning of life? One could say it's to awaken yourself, or to enlighten yourself, or to become conscious fully. And, how do you do that? You do it with immense focus. You do it by becoming present, okay? So understand that, focus is not about just getting yourself locked in during the day so you can, build your business or make 6 figures or something, man. Having focus is to channel God. And this is the more relatable bit of the video. It's this. Notice that you suffer when you're not focused. But why? Yeah, of course we know that the mind is chattering and stuff, but why is it really? Do you want the truth? It's because you've lost yourself. Yourself in this way, I'm talking about God. You've actually lost your true self, your God self, when your focus is blurry and messed up, when it's not clear and sharp. We feel happy and we feel good when we have God, when we have presence and consciousness, right? Whereas when it's the opposite, when we have no focus and we're lost in ego, deep lost in ego, really, completely lost, of course we feel like crap, right? Because we actually are missing, or not missing anything really, man. We're under the illusion of ego. And ego is suffering, as you've probably seen. So the takeaway, what is the takeaway? Give me some basic advice, please. The takeaway is, get focused. Actually get really focused. And I totally appreciate that it is hard, dude. I'll share 2 ways that I've been able to get focused recently. Sitting and focusing my attention on some work. Usually about 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in, I'm like, oh, I've accessed focus. How did I get this? Can I have some more? How far can I take this? Can I be productive with this? Thank God I'm in. Whew, the stream. Let's go. Right? Whew. Another way to get focused is to have a conversation with someone and listen really carefully. Listen really, really carefully. When you listen to someone, your focus will shift. You will start to put your attention on them. The noise of your mind will go down and you will have increased focus. Right? Try that technique. Final thing I'll say today is this. Sometimes we have some really advanced explanations. Sometimes we go into the deep metaphysical stuff. Sometimes we go into the deep spiritual stuff. I want to let you know that it pieces together over time in your mind. It starts to click after a few months and years. What does it and what will do it for you is this. It's contemplation. So if you want to get the most out of these videos, what I recommend you do is, number one, be watching a lot of other top quality spiritual content. But number two is contemplate it. By which I mean, go out of your way to sit almost like a philosopher and actually think this stuff through. Piece it together. If there's one thing I can give you, man, as a gift, it's this. Think really deeply and contemplate. And that is how, as I said, this will start to make sense. And intuitively, you will pick up on any kind of wisdom that is shared in these videos. Lastly, if you want any support at all, you can check out the link in the description. That is my website. If you want to make this stuff very, very real, what really works is deep conversation